goes here. And this is side of that. Now it's telling me to rotate the screen. I don't. Okay, all right. Is it still sideways? Oh my God.
Oh my God, you guys, we're sorry. We have not ever had
It's still sideways.
this kind of trouble before.
I don't understand. There's all. Okay, are we sideways? Let me check on here. Okay, they heard us and then we left. I'm sweating.
Okay, are we sideways? Are we straight up and down? Can you hear me?
We're sideways. Okay, we're gonna fix it just like this.
Hold on to your hats, everybody.
I don't work
Just take the phone off.
I don't work well
just
under
hold
this
it.
kind of pressure. This is too much pressure. It's too much pressure. This thing is supposed to move. Okay, I guess I'll hold it.
Just hold it. Because now we got to get through this.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Everyone's gonna
one
be
more
like,
time.
You're so shaky because I'm nervous because everything just went crap.
Crazy.
All right.
Well, out of all of the lives that we've done, we deserve a little mess once in a while. It's all we can do.
That's old. They can hear us now.
I was like, whose hand is that?
Penny just said, I can hear you.
Okay.
Maureen says hi.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. Once again, you are here. Welcome to Lunch with Linda. And you are now inside Northampton Wolves, and I am Linda Daniels. It's Kate's birthday, which is reason enough for things to go screwy. So we're saying happy birthday to Kate.
Yay.
And again, welcome. We've got some things to show you. I've done a lot of knitting over the last week or so, and I want to show it off because, you know, summer here is a very short season. And if you want to knit something for summer or spring even, it needs to be quick and fun, easy, and out of some really delicious yarn. And the first thing that I have to show you is this little tank top. This is the everyday tank. The picture's not going to show up really well because it's really a washed out color.
You can see it. Yeah.
Okay, good. So this is done on a really big needle, on a size 15 needle. It's in the round from the bottom to the underarm and then split in half. There's very little shaping, so you get this nice little roll at the neckline. And this actually I did on Friday. I started on, no, maybe it was Thursday. Anyway, I did it in one day.
Wow.
Pretty much maybe 7 hours total. It's knit with the Gelato Vintage, which is reminiscent of a t-shirt yarn. It is a tube, a knitted tube on the outside that's blown in. The cotton is blown into the middle. Can you see how it looks like cotton on the inside of that cut edge?
Yeah, it's like stuffed.
It's like stuffed. So it's really stretchy, but it's also very thick and dense. So if you knit it, you will want to knit with that size 15 needle. It comes in sort of two varieties. This kind of dyed variegated look, which is what I used for the pink. We have 3 of the colors, the blue, green, and yellow, and then the pink. And then it comes in what they're calling vintage, which is supposed to sort of look like washed out denim. And I think there's another color over there too that I didn't grab. It only took 3 skeins for this little top. And like I said, there's very little shaping. It is really, really fast and fun to knit. And it makes a really great, like transitioning into summer top. You could wear this under a jacket or under a sweater. And then when the day warms up, take the sweater off and you've got a great little tank. I like this too because there's a lot of coverage at the armhole, so you're not showing off or having to stuff back in stuff. You know what I mean? The company itself did some great patterns with it. This is one of the ones that they did. And they took this design, which is an elongated stitch twisted in a cable form, to really push the yarn so that you don't need a lot of yarn to make a garment with. But they did that tank top and they did a sweater as well. Now it's going to be heavy and dense, but something that you could probably wear into fall as well. And there's one more in here that I wanted to show.
Like a little bit of a weighted jacket.
It would be like a weighted jacket, really comfort. Yeah, here it is. They did it as a pullover, but all three of those designs have that X.
Can you push? I want to see that closer. Can you push it closer? That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
It is. It looks like it's hard, but it's really not. You're going to be double wrapping the knit stitches on one row, and then on the next row, you let that double wrap drop so that you get an elongated stitch, plus you're cabling them. You're putting 3 on a cable needle and hold in front, knit the next 3 elongated stitches, and then knit the 3 off the cable needle. So it's really kind of easy, although you do have that elongated stitch that doesn't sit tight on the cable needle. So you have to be careful you don't lose a stitch in there. The other top that I finished is this blooming tee. Blooming problems is what today is all about. I showed you that pattern last week, and I finished it this week. I'm really happy with how this came out and how this looks. This also took 3 skeins, and I did have some left over. I'm going to put it on a model so you can see what it looks like on.
And that's the Mambo yarn.
This is Mambo.
It's
Isn't that cute? So it does have a little bit of a flare. So it is a nice loose fit through the body. But like I said last time when I showed you the pattern, I love the little texture pattern on the bottom. So the top is all plain with the increases that show up nicely. They add a little dot of interest to the overall look of it. But then this is a little, just a tiny little slip stitch pattern. You do 2 rows where you're slipping 2 stitches and knitting 5, and then on the cable row you're pulling that slip stitch up as a cable. So you're putting 1 stitch, the slip stitch, on a cable needle and either holding it in front or the 2 behind, and that moves those stitches that way. Because this is knit from the top down, that pattern is actually upside down. This is what it looks like when it's when you see it in pattern books.
That looks more like a
stitch
cable.
Pattern books. Yeah, it's actually going to show that way. But because it's knit upside down, you get this reverse V look. And this is a great V shape because this V, the point at the top, means it pulls the eye up towards the face, which is always more flattering than anything else.
Sorry for the shaky camera, guys. I'm trying my hardest.
Oh, that's the least of our problems.
We're talking about yarn.
We're talking about yarn. What could be wrong, right? Now I lost all my...
We just have...
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, and talking about tanks, I was looking for a tank pattern for somebody the other day, and I came across this one, which showed up on the first page of Ravelry. It might or might not still be there, but this is called the One Day Top. Now, I told you I'd knit that. No, I knit the gelato in one day, and I think most of you could do that, but probably wouldn't choose to do that because it's hours of knitting. But this one that says it's a one-day top says that it's on a size 11 needle. And I wanted to send out a challenge because I want to know First of all, what does it mean to you when it says one day? Are you the type of person who could sit for 7 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours and knit that entire time? Is that what one day top means? Or does it mean a full 24 hours? And does it mean that you have to do it all at once?
Oh, yeah.
You can't do it all at once.
No, your hands would hurt.
I don't recommend knitting that long all at once. But the challenge is this. I think this is a paid pattern. I can't quite remember now because I downloaded several different things. But I'm pretty sure it's a paid pattern. Size 11 needles. I'm going to try it with the Cumulus, which is a bulky weight cotton. And I'm going to keep track of the hours that I knit on this one. This one, in contrast to the gelato, this one is done from the top down, but it's in the round. So you start out with all of the stitches on the needle. You do just a couple of rounds, then you bind off the stitches for the front and the back neck, and then do each front, do the front and then do the back separately, and then join them again at the underarm and knit down. This is a great way to guarantee that you're going to have something you can wear when you're not sure if you have enough yarn. Because no matter where the first color gets you, no matter how far it gets you, you can always add a different color. Like on the first tank that I showed you, had a different color on the bottom of it.
Color
So
blocking. We've seen
it's
it.
very much like color blocking, and it looks fantastic when you do that. So that's the
Pearl Soho does a lot of
challenge.
color blocking.
Pearl Soho does in everything, even baby blankets. If you accept the challenge, let me know that you're up for it, that you want a tank top, that you're going to do it, and keep track of your time. And let's see how much fun we can have that. Who can do it in, let's say, less than 12 hours? I would say 12 hours of knitting. And it doesn't have, I don't mean for you to do 12 hours of knitting nonstop, beginning to end, because nobody should do that. Not even me.
Yeah.
It hurts too much.
Okay, Nancy had a wonderful comment about what the one day means to her.
Uh-huh.
One day I will wear it.
That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. But that's the challenge for this month, because we're about to move into April. Tomorrow is April 1st. It's April Fool's Day.
Wow.
It's Ava's birthday.
Yay.
She just had a great big 14th birthday party at her house out there in California. So happy birthday to everybody who has a birthday in April. But April, we should see the warmer weather and hopefully some bright sunshine as well. This week, here it is. I know. I tried to get everything up here. This week is the pyramid top class. This is another top down, and the pyramid pattern is by Mini Me. And I've started mine in the Artesia. I've started the sample. And what makes this look like a pyramid, or why she calls it a pyramid, is this center panel right here. This is the center back stitch, and then the top increases out at the edges, so that when you're wearing it, you're actually wearing it like this. Because again, it's top down, but this area just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Cool.
This is a great cotton and linen, new one from Earth Yarns. I'm really liking the way it feels. This is my first experience with it, but it's been really wonderful. Look how smooth that yarn knits up. It doesn't, a lot of times I have trouble knitting with cotton, that it will get really liney or kind of show the any fluctuation in tension. And I have been putting this down and picking this up a lot. This has been my in-store project, so I'm often, or occasionally, not often, occasionally sitting behind the desk working on this, trying to keep track of, am I making one right, making one left, making one right purl, making one right left purl wise. I can't even keep track of it, verbally saying it. So I'm really, really happy with how it looks, because it's not showing the results of that pick up, put down, pick up, put down. And a lot of times it'll even be in the middle of a row. But it's really knitting up smoothly. And when it's blocked, I think that's really going to soften it up. It does not feel rough at all. It feels cottony. But that class is this week. It is going to happen. We do have enough people in it, and we do have room for just a couple more, I think. So if you are at all interested in making that, it's the Pyramid Top by Mini Me. You can find it on
Show notes.
Ravelry, in the show notes. Right.
Oh, Penny Chase, she said, one day I will finish it.
Come on, one day soon. Put the word soon in there. You'll get that done. So we had a wonderful little experience on Saturday. Late in the day, a woman came in with her husband, and in the course of our talking, she told us that she and her husband own a little independent bookstore up in Warner, New Hampshire. It's called Main Street Bookends of Warner. Aww. They actually have been around for a while, and it is a Yankee Magazine's editors must-see place. It sounds so incredibly charming. She gave us her card and told us that this drawing is of her children back when they were actually children. They are now adults. But isn't this delightful and precious?
Well, it's by a local artist too, right?
And it was also by a local artist in Warren. They are a real community place, a little independent bookstore, but it sounds like they do a lot of stuff throughout the year. They hold events, they feature local arts and artists and products. They have out-of-print books, and on their card it says they're 100% solar powered.
Wow.
They're open daily from 9 to 6. But I would check, because my memory is in our conversations, she said something about being closed, maybe on Monday. But so check their website. It's Main Street Bookends of Warner. And if you are up that way, stop in and say hi, because we had a wonderful time together, sharing our experience in being little small stores. And I was just so completely taken with the artwork on this card. I think it's delightful. And they were delightful. And she was here getting yarn to knit a baby blanket. So we had a lot of fun with her. All right, so tomorrow starts, like I said, April 1st, and we start working like mad to get ready for local yarn store day. We are lining up some really great fun things, some kits, of course, lots of patterns. There is a local yarn store day pin that we'll be getting hopefully by the middle of the month. They said they would be shipping, so we're looking forward to all of that. Did you have something, Kate? What were you?
Oh, everybody wants to know what your sweater is.
Oh, I knew I was gonna. I tried to remember that I wanted to talk about that. This, of course, is, guess, ranunculus. Of course it's ranunculus. But I think it's the color that makes this one so different, and it is done with a worsted weight cotton.
No.
This is a cotton, 100% cotton from Plymouth Yarn. I think it was called Fantasy. It was one that I had a long time ago. They do still make it, so if you look at the Plymouth Yarn website, you will be able to see what colors they have left. Fantasy cotton, I think is what it's called.
But you can use
I'll
any
look that up
worsted
and
weight
put that
cotton.
in the notes as well. But you could use any worsted weight cotton, the Cumulus. What I was going to grab was...
Coastline.
Because I thought the Coastline, exactly. The Coastline is a cotton and linen blend, but it's in bright colors.
Oops.
And this would work too. And I think, I want to make sure I get the chair under me. I think that what makes this stand out is the smoothness of the yarn in comparison to using wool or woolen mohair. I you know I love the ranunculus. I'm really tempted to make it again and again and again. So thank you. I do love this one, but it is showing its age in the corners a little bit. But it has been really, really a good sweater, a fun sweater. And I think it looks good. It must be the color.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good on you.
All right. Sorry for the rough start today, guys. We'll check everything out again and get it together. Maybe it's time for those mics to be charged again or
We'll
something.
figure it out.
But we'll figure it out. In the meantime, we've got a great spring window on display. And I hope you come by and get a chance to see it and visit us, because we're going to show you next week, I think, the basement, because we have made some big changes down there. It is amazing and beautiful, and so much big thank yous to Kait for all of the muscle energy, the her talented spatial eye and color. It just is so shoppable now, you will not believe it. So we'll show you that next week. Maybe we'll do the live from down there and see what happens. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Okay, so go pick daffodils. I don't know if you got to hear it, because it might have been from the first one. Bring them in, because you're going to need them during the rain. And, of course, go knit something. Bye.